Alright, I'm going to show you how to make this eye from the very beginning to the very end. It's something to be applied to, such as this is meant for a beanie. This is an owl beanie that has similar eyes. This color is going to be on this beanie. And I had wanted the colors to match the braid and the little ear tassels. So I'm going to use the black, of course, pink, brown, and white. Okay. Let's get started. All of my yarns are about 4 in weight, except for the white. I can only get white in 3, but it all works. I'm using my G-hook. Using my G-hook for it. And you can all 4 of the colors, I believe all 4 of them are different brands. So just whatever works for you, whatever you have on hand. I'm also going to apply this little white spot on here, as I said in a previous video that it just makes the eye look a little more alive. So I like using that. It's also a good way to get rid of your white yarn strips if you just have some around, and that's a good way to use them. Okay, so starting with these, I like to use the magic circle as opposed to the chain 4, just so I can tighten it as tight as it'll go. So we're going to do the magic circle. It's just a loop around. Then your hook goes through the loop, grabs onto the yarn just as always, and pulls it through. And you just pinch down on there. And chain 2. Yarn over and go through the center. Make sure you catch that strand, a little tail strand. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's a half double. The chain up counts as 1/2 double. So that's 2 total. And you're going to have 10 total altogether on the loop. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Just tightening that up a little bit. 7. 8. Let's get a little more yarn. 9. And 10. I'm just going to tighten that a little. And then you want to look in here and find your chain up. It's right there. At the top of your chain, you just grab the front, loop through, and slip stitch it there. I like to pull the strand out a little and tug on that. Just make sure that's tight. On there a little. Okay. Okay. One, two, chain up two. And since we're increasing, you're going to put 2 in each chain, starting with the base of where your chain up is. There is this, see if you can see it, this strand right there. You can see it. White background for you. Right? See that one there? It's a single strand. That's at your base. And that's where you're going to put your second. Well, if you count your chain up, then this is your second half double. Okay? Then you're going to yarn over and go into the next chain. You're going to put 2 in there. Just 1. And 2. Okay. If you notice, I am putting this tail along the top just to hide it. Since these are going to be applied to something, then it doesn't really matter if you have the strands sticking out or not, because they will be against the back. But I just like to try and hide it as much as possible, just to get it out of the way from the work. Okay, so you put 2 half double crochets into each available stitch, and at the end you should have 20 total. So that's counting the chain up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One goes in there again. Okay. And let's put the rest in there. 11. Oops. What am I saying? 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Now this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the white in. So I believe that's I have a couple extra strips here. I'm going to go ahead and use this slightly longer one because my white is a a smaller weight. It's a thinner yarn, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half. If you do this with a white yarn that's the same size as your others, then you'll just start at the end like normal. I'm going to go ahead and fold mine in half and use it doubled. So, put it through right there. And go into the stitch, grab both sides of the yarn, pull through. Now I'm going to grab the black and pull that through. And then I'm going to grab the white again, wrap my yarn around my hook, go through the same stitch, grab both yarns again, both sides of the white, and pull through. And then grab the black and pull through everything. Okay, see? So that gives the little shine on the eye. And then just finish off with the black, 2 in each. So that's 17. Okay, grab something. 17. 18. 19. 20. Okay. And then once again you go to the top of your chain 2, grab the front stitch, and then yarn through like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it now. That's the end of the black. Go ahead and move my black out of my way. My next color is my pink. And go ahead and grab that pink and pull it through there. And then tighten down that strand of black. Okay. Now, right here, then you can go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I didn't do it on this first one, so you can see how it kind of pokes out. The color kind of drags out that way. So I'm going to go ahead and take this tail of the pink, and I'm going to wrap it around the base of itself, like that, and bring it to the front. Okay. I'm going to chain up 2, and 2. And if you haven't done the beanie, the increase pattern for it, then this is how it goes. You had your first number in the center, then you doubled that number on the second row. Now you're going to increase by a third. So you have the chain 1, counts as 1. Then you're going to go to the next chain, or the next available stitch, and you're going to put 2 half doubles in there. So that's 1. and 2. Okay. And then in the next, you're only going to put 1. Oops. And the next, you're going to put 2. And that's your pattern for this row. Is 1 half double, 2 half double, 1 half double, 2 half double. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. Well, you probably listen to Blue's Clues. Okay. So if you understand this pattern, then you know that you start with 10, double to 20, add a third, alright. Then you're going to increase to 30, and so on and so forth. So each time you go around, it's going to increase by 10. As they show with the beanie, females would be up to 70 stitches, males up to 80. So it's an easy pattern to understand and to work with, so long as you keep your counting correct. The way I like to think about it is, as I'm increasing, then like this, I do stitch 1, and then my doubles are stitch A and stitch B. So that's 1, A, and B. 1, A, and B. Continue to the end. Let's get some more yarn on here. And if you're counting correct, then everything you do, every row should end with a double. So that's 1, then your last stitch has A, and B. Okay, and now you're back at your chain up. You remember, second chain, top chain, grab the front, yarn over and pull through both. Okay. Like to tug that one a little tighter. Alright, go ahead and cut off the pink. And now it's time for my next color, which, sorry, keep hitting the computer, is the brown. Now, if you've seen the other video, then I'm going to go ahead and do this smooth, straight line from going to the brown to the white. And this is going to show you how to start it off and how to end it. Okay, so grab that, pull that through, tug on the pink until it's nice and tight. Now I'm going to chain up one with the brown, and then the second chain is going to be the white. Okay, second chain up is the white. And remember, if you want to cut down on that little color drag, then you wrap your yarn around the base of the chain up, and go ahead and hold that down there. And hold this, right? Yarn over with the brown. Going to next available stitch. Grab the brown, pull it through. Then grab that white. Grab that white and pull it through like that. Tug that down a little. Right? I'll go ahead and hold these tails down one more time. So yarn over with the brown or your color A. Through the next available stitch, pull through color A, then grab color B and pull through all 3 loops. Okay. Now if you remember the pattern, you have the 10, 20, 30, so this is going to give you 40. So you have the chain up, this 1, 1, and then 2 in the next. So that's 1. And this second one. Okay. Just tuck that down a little. Get these out of the way. Let me change my nephew's show. The next one real quick. There we go. Okay. Now remember, so the pattern is 1, 2, AB. So 1, 2, A, B. Okay. So this is how I hold them. I have my A on the bottom, B on the top. So okay. just like that. It's 1, 2, A, and B. And finish off with that pattern. 1, 2, A, and B. Okay. And don't worry about it if it starts getting a little funny like that. It's going to be straightened out when you sew it on. So just finish it off. And 2, A, B, mhm, 2, A, and B. Now, I tried using this pattern with my chocolate yarn because it was one of my softer yarns, but it was also a little thicker, and so that was actually this one, and it ended up being a little too wonky for me. But I mean, you can do it, but I would suggest not going over a 4. I believe this is about a 5 or a 6. But for this, if most of them are going to be a size 4, don't deviate from that size too much. So, okay, B, 1, 2, A, B, 1, 2, A, B, 1, 2, A, B. Okay, now we're at the end. One, oops, two. So in the last stitch, A and B. Okay. Now that I'm done with the brown, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Right? Remember the white was your second chain, so you just go ahead and grab white and pull through both. Right? Okay, so now it's pretty simple. Chain up two. Skip that one, which is the base of the chain. Then you go into this next available stitch and half double into there. Okay. And since this is fourth, technically, then you're going to have 4 to deal with. So it's 3 singles and then a double. Okay, so that chain up is 1. This one's 2. And it's 3. A and B. Get some more yarn. Okay, so one, two, three, A and B. One, two, three, A and B, and finish it off that way. Three, A and B. One, two, three, A, and B. Okay. E, 1, 2, 3. E, 1, 2, 3. A, B. More white yarn. 1, 2, 3. A, B. 1, 2, 3. A, B. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I have a little issue here. Hold on. Let me be sure about this. So I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3. A, B. 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 2, 3. So there should be A, B right there, and then 1, 2, 3. I somehow missed a stitch. I think that might have had something to do with that right there. Oh well. That's why it's always good to count. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off. So that's A and B. 1, 2, 3. And just to make sure I have all of them, I'm going to go ahead and go into there. A and B. Just so I have all of them. Okay, and go to top of the chain. Slip stitch that. And then I'm actually going to go through this part right under there, and then slip stitch through that. Now you're always going to want to leave enough yarn, enough tail to whip stitch around. You can usually have enough if you do about 1.5 times around the eye in length. So that much would be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and do an extra little bit, just be sure. Now I'm gonna pull that out all the way, tighten that down, pull it through the back, and okay. Like that. Now when you put the little white glow on it, you might want to make sure that wherever you put it on the number of stitches on the second round of the black, that you put it on the same spot on the other. So when you go to attach these, then you can have the tail facing the exact same way, so that the little tabs will be facing the same way. Which I think I went a little off with that one. You can see it that way, so it would have to be that. But that's how you make those eyes with the smooth, little even transition. The way I did this, I went through the back, the 2 back strands of it, which it still leaves, I don't know if you can see it all that well, but there's little sharp points out that way. Not too noticeable, only because it's a light color, but I do prefer having them look like this. So that's how I make the eyes, little application eyes. So, and I do prefer a little white spot, otherwise they'll look blind, kind of like that. And I hope you like that. Let me know if you have any other suggestions that I'll give a try to. For, as I showed with the owl, then I did it only once with the single color, and that's the same for this one. I did it twice with the one color, but you can add a little more detail or a little more artsy kind of style to it if you use 2 colors, but you don't have to use 2 colors, you just use the one. I know, baby. Okay. So, I hope you like that, and leave messages or whatever you like to do. I'll go ahead and make note of the other patterns that I used with this. And that's the best thing about crochet. You could find a pattern and you can work something else with it. It's creativity. So enjoy.